Welcome back to Melissa Talks, where we talk all things uniquely you, all the feels, fall edition. And that, my great people, needs no introduction. So, yes, FAMU, the incomparable Marching 100 Sounds of Success song. And so, yes, you already know what today's episode is going to be about. My alma mater and the time that we had at the Florida A&M University's homecoming weekend. Yes, it had been 3 years since we had been back to just be a part of the homecoming. Now, we've been to the campus for college tours with my sons, and that when in the 3 years time frame. So yeah, but coming back for homecoming was amazing. And was I there all weekend? No, but I spent the entire day on Saturday there. And I feel like that was enough for me. Now, if you attended, you know that there was a lot going on that entire week, last week. And so they had the unveiling of my forever president, Dr. Humphreys, his statue. It is amazing. If you have not seen it, I recommend that you go Google it and look at the image of the statue that they have there on campus for him. It is beautiful. And so with that being said, I did miss the unveiling and some of the other activities, but the main activities we know are on Saturday, and that is the parade that morning. My husband and I went down and we enjoyed ourselves. And the great thing about it is that we saw so many people that we know, and just that whole feel of coming home, right, to your alma mater and just being a part of something that is historic, right? We know that Florida A&M University is the number one public HBCU in the nation. No one can top that. And so we are so excited to be able to go back every time and just enjoy the scenery, the sounds, the environment, the food, the you name it, the Black excellence of it all, right? And so we had such a great time, just again going to the parade that morning, spending time walking around the campus, and of course down Wanish Way and seeing the various vendors and the food. Of course, we did well. We didn't indulge, but what we did have was delicious. And so just being a part of the Black excellence and our culture, it just says a whole lot about, Florida A&M University and the rich history that we have academically and also socially, right? And there's just so many things that are different now, from when we were on the campus. I mean, there's so much infrastructure that has changed. There's a lot of construction going on now. My husband's old dorms are torn down. Of course, the apartments that I stayed in the back are still there. And, it's just so much that has now changed, but for the better. The students that are there now will never know some of the things that we had to go through, right? Even down at Foot Hillier, that was the hub for everything, right? Registration, financial aid, of course, the registrar's office, of course. But when you did register for your classes, that was in the main ballroom, as we know. And so it was just nostalgic every time that we go, and we absolutely enjoy it. And so with that being said, the game, of course, was the also huge highlight of the day. And I must say, the team has not been good, right, this season. I think we went in 1-4 or 1-5, but we don't lose on homecoming, right? And so we won. We pulled it out. We were losing in the first half and then came back third quarter, second half, and we topped, of course, Alcorn State. And so just to, recap a little bit of the football, it was in the initial quarters. We don't know what was going on. It was like the same plays. They weren't changing up the scheme. It was the same pass to the left to, the whoever it was over there to catch it, maybe the tight end. But Alcorn had called our number the first half, and we were like, they have got to make some serious changes for the second half. And they did, so that was great. And so they started doing some more run pass options, and then utilizing the running back as well. And we finally scored, right? We got out of the hole of so many penalties as well, so they just came back. It was a really, really good game, and we stayed until the end. Usually when we're traveling with the boys, we end up leaving like third quarter, but this time we stayed until the end, and we had the opportunity to, I saw my aunt there, her and her husband. It was not planned at all. She's FAMU alumna as well. And of course, my husband was able to see some of his friends and their families. It was just a great time, again, to just reconnect with people, have fun, enjoy the sights and the scenery, the sounds, the foods, the nostalgia of such a prestigious academic institution, the Florida A&M University. All right, so this was just a brief recap of my experience this past weekend at the homecoming. And if anybody is on your social media platforms, of course, I go here and there on those platforms, but if you're there, I know you have seen somebody say something about the Florida A&M University's homecoming this past weekend. And if you have not, take a time to go ahead and Google just a little bit. The halftime show was amazing. And I do want to point out, with the incomparable Marching 100 band, we, for the first time ever, have a female head drum major. Take that in, good people. First time ever having a female head drum major. We have had a female drum major for the first time some years ago. She, of course, has now graduated, and she was a part of the alumni band that came. But this is the first time we've had someone that is a female be the head drum major. So that was historic within itself. And so I said that to say, take time to go and look at the actual pregame show from the band. And then also, of course, the halftime show, which was amazing. They dedicated part of the show to Dr. Julian White, he was actually there in attendance. He was one of the former band directors and did an amazing job during his tenure as the band director. And so now they are carrying on that legacy that continues on. And yeah, and again, the rich academicness of our institution as well. So many millions of dollars were donated from very well prestigious alumni. And you can't, and even of course from our D9 entities and organizations. And so it is just amazing to see how this institution continues to thrive despite the negativity that sometimes surround the institution. And so if you know somebody who goes there, if you have children that are considering going there, do not hesitate to at least look into the institution. It is a great experience. It is a great overall place to grow and learn. And trust me, you will grow. If nothing else, FAMU will grow you up when you get there, and you will learn how to navigate so many different things in life, and you will be able to have friends, lifelong friends. I have a couple of best friends that I met there while in school that I still talk to today. And so lifelong relationships are built. And yeah, it's one of a kind, one of a kind. And so I just wanted to come and just give a little bit of shout out to one of my alma maters and my weekend that was there. So happy, so excited, such a great time, and really looking forward to next year already, because we are going, all right, again. All right, so this is Melissa Talks, where we talk all things uniquely you, and I'm going to send you out with one of our famous, incomparable Marching 100 tunes, Backstabbers. Until next time, bye.